In the heart of a sprawling, sun-dappled jungle, there lived three very different animals who were, surprisingly, the best of friends. There was Leo, a magnificent lion with a mane like a golden crown, and a roar that could make the very ground tremble. Then there was Zippy, a nimble monkey whose laughter echoed through the treetops as he swung from vine to vine. And finally, there was Finn, a clever fox with a russet coat and eyes that twinkled with mischief and intelligence. Now, Leo was the undisputed king of the jungle. He was strong, brave, and generally fair. But he had one tiny weakness. He was incredibly proud. He believed his strength was the answer to every problem. Zippy, on the other hand, was all about speed and agility. He could fetch the highest mango or escape the trickiest spot in a blur of motion. He thought being quick was the most important skill of all. Finn, the fox, wasn't the strongest or the fastest. Instead, he relied on his sharp mind. He could solve riddles that stumped everyone else, and see solutions where others saw only dead ends. One sunny morning, a great challenge fell upon the jungle. A massive, thorny vine, thick as a python and covered in sharp barbs, had grown overnight. It completely blocked the path to the Crystal Falls, the only source of fresh, clean water for miles around. Panic began to spread among the animals. The air grew heavy with worry. Leo, puffing out his chest, stepped forward. "Do not worry, my friends," he boomed. "I am the strongest in the jungle. I will simply tear this pathetic vine down." He took a deep breath, gathered all his might, and charged. He crashed into the thorny wall with a tremendous roar. But the vine was surprisingly tough and springy. It barely budged. Worse, the sharp thorns scratched his nose and got tangled in his glorious mane. He pulled and tugged, growling in frustration, but the more he struggled, the more entangled he became. Defeated and a little embarrassed, he had to retreat, nursing his pride and a few painful scratches. Strength, it seemed, was not enough. Next, it was Zippy's turn. "Strength isn't everything, Leo," he chattered from a high branch. "You just need to be quick. I'll be over it and back with water before you can even blink." Zippy scampered up a tall tree, took a flying leap, and tried to swing over the massive barrier. But the vine was wider than he had anticipated. Mid-air, his swinging vine couldn't reach the other side. He landed right in the middle of the thorny tangle. "Ouch! Yipe! Ooh!" he squealed, as the thorns poked and pricked him. With great difficulty, he managed to wiggle himself free and scramble back to his side, his fur ruffled and his confidence shaken. Speed, it turned out, wasn't the answer either. The animals began to despair. If the strongest and the fastest couldn't get past the vine, what hope was there? The sun climbed higher and their thirst grew. Just then, Finn the fox, who had been quietly observing everything, trotted forward. He didn't try to charge or leap. Instead, he walked slowly along the entire length of the thorny wall, his keen eyes scanning every inch. He sniffed at the base, he licked up at the top, and he gently prodded a few of the thickest stems with his paw. The other animals watched, whispering amongst themselves. What was that silly fox doing? After a few minutes of careful inspection, Finn's eyes lit up. "Uh-huh," he exclaimed. "I've found it." He called Leo and Zippy over. "Look here," he said, pointing with his nose to the very bottom of the vine, hidden beneath some leaves. "This vine isn't 100 different plants. It's all one giant plant. And it all grows from this single thick root right here." He turned to the lion. "Leo, your strength is exactly what we need, but we need to use it wisely. Instead of charging the whole wall, focus all your power right here, on this one spot." Then he looked up at the monkey. "And Zippy, your agility is crucial. Once Leo weakens the root, we'll need you to quickly climb and pull on the main stem from above to help it topple over." It was a brilliant plan. Leo, no longer trying to smash the entire barrier, concentrated all his immense strength on the single root Finn had identified. He dug his powerful claws into the earth and pulled with a mighty groan. The ground shook, and with a loud cracking sound, the main root snapped. Instantly, Zippy scrambled up a nearby tree, grabbed the now loosening main vine, and swung on it with all his weight. With the root broken below and Zippy pulling from above, the entire massive wall of thorns began to creak and lean. With one final collective effort, it crashed down, clearing the path to the crystal falls completely. A huge cheer erupted from the assembled animals. They rushed past the fallen vine, chattering and laughing, towards the cool, life-giving water. That evening, as the stars began to glitter in the sky, the three friends sat together, watching the moon rise. Leo turned to Finn, his voice low and humble. "Finn," he said, "I was foolish. I thought my strength was all that mattered, but without your cleverness to guide it, my strength was useless." Zippy nodded eagerly. "And I thought being fast was the key, but I just got myself into a prickly situation. Your plan saved us all." Finn smiled, his tail giving a happy wag. "And my plan would have been nothing without your strength, Leo, or your speed, Zippy. Today we learned something important. It's not about who is the strongest, or the fastest, or the smartest. It's about how we bring our different talents together. When we work as a team, we can overcome any obstacle." And from that day on, the lion, the monkey, and the fox were not just friends. They were an unbeatable team. They ruled the jungle not with a single crown, but with a powerful combination of strength, speed, and wisdom, proving that true power lies in unity. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.